acuteness about the reality the way it is now. More than ever in our lives, we've never felt as insecure as we do nowadays. And in light of that, as opposed to having a level of humbleness or acceptance or honesty about this, we basically showcase ourselves, whether we know it or not, to be quite the opposite. As though we have it together, we have strength, and me, and all that kind of stuff. Obviously we don't like to display weakness, because the way that we attribute weakness is that if we show weakness to other people, then our value will go down. But here's the reality of it. In the grand scheme of everything that is us, we do come from a place of weakness. Think about it. When you're born, obviously you don't have all the answers. And not only that, but we are given a mind that can only use, maybe at best, 10% of its efficiency or its capacity to do that. So if you only have so much access to what you can use, then you will not have all the answers. And if you don't have all the answers, and this is just us as human beings, if you don't have all the answers, then you're in a place of vulnerability. Now, if you're in a place of vulnerability because you don't have all the answers because of the mechanism of how we're constructed, then vulnerability will encourage you to want to find answers, to put hope and faith somewhere. And through that vulnerability, though, there's a great gift. We do get a great gift to that vulnerability, and that's called free will. Because trust me, if we were perfect, if we had all the answers and everything else, then we wouldn't feel vulnerable. That'd be great. But here's the problem. If we had all the answers and everything else, then there would be no purpose to free will. Because free will needs to exist, needs to have a purpose, needs something to give it meaning. And vulnerability does that. And then if we wouldn't have free will, then we wouldn't have hope and faith. And if we don't have hope and faith in something, that kind of absolves the whole human experience, doesn't it? But in the midst of everything that, vulnerability is a good thing, is that we need to accept that from the day that we are born, we don't have all the answers, and we cling to ideas here and there. From our parents, then we get older, we might find something in religion, we might find something in science, we might find something from other people, and ultimately who you and me are is basically an ensemble of different ideas that we take here, we put there, and this and that. We put different ideas together to give our own being and individuality a sense of direction. So whether we understand it or not, we need each other.